Hello, Casey from interwebkaiju here. Today's movie is a Buy Me a Coffee request from John H. Shelton. He wanted either Godzilla 1984 Return of Godzilla or Godzilla 1985, and I'm going ahead and watching the American version, Godzilla 1985. Godzilla, also known as Godzilla 1984 and The Return of Godzilla, is notable as being the first soft reboot of the franchise, ignoring all the previous films other than the original, and is the start of the Heisei series of movies, even though technically still released during the Showa era of Japan. I'm going to be reviewing the American edit, Godzilla 1985, which was never released on disc, and features added in footage of Raymond Burr reprising his role of Steve Martin from Godzilla King of the Monsters, the American edit of 1954's Godzilla. Intro music is great. Music in general is good. I love the sea louse. In general, I really like seeing smaller scale monsters in giant monster movies, but sea louse itself also looks pretty cool. I just learned a year or two ago that the sea louse has a name, Shakiris, or however it's properly pronounced. Oh, this dead guy is pretty cool as well. So much is so good. The pan up to Godzilla's new look reveal. The first time the new suit uses its breath. Big fan of the fangs on this one. This scale of Godzilla, bigger than a lot of the buildings, yet also smaller than a bunch as well, allows him to still tower over the city and get in some good claws swiping through the wall scenes. Did I mention I like the music? I mean, I bought the soundtrack on vinyl a little bit ago, and alone they're fine, but in the movie, they're fantastic. They really add to the scenes. Plus, works in some classic tunes that we never really hear, like the song from the Odo Island ritual dance. I love the whole world's fear of Godzilla and their sense of urgency to take care of him. I prefer Godzilla 1985's pacing to the Japanese version, though it does seem a bit too fast at times. Never a big fan of newspaper headline transitions, at least we get a good song accompanying it. The Cybot, while cool on its own, looks noticeably different than the suit when on screen. The action never really does it for me here, which is more apparent in the final act. It's not a big pulse-pounding finale, but what it is an emotional one, and one of the better ways of dealing with Godzilla in my opinion. Just wish that beforehand the military retaliation scenes or the Super X battle was more exciting. I don't really mind the added Dr. Pepper ad placement in the American edit, but the switch from the Russian trying to stop the nuke to setting off the nuke is annoying. Sure, Cold War was happening, but they bought the film to insert new scenes in for a foreign release. Changing that part of the story to serve a political narrative seems a bit extra. Also, I guess the comic relief guy in the American edit also does get a bit tiresome. I like seeing the character of Steve Martin again. I like the music that plays when he's on screen. His outro narration is very good, but he really gives no real insight to the people he's around in the film other than, hey, conventional weapons can't stop Godzilla, as if they couldn't just see that on real time or on the archival footage. Godzilla 1985 and Return of Godzilla are both in the middle of the franchise for me, which is a little odd considering the other solo monster Godzilla films are some of my favorites. So, that was Godzilla 1985. I would recommend any version of this, the US edit or the Japanese version with English subtitles, or there's also an international English dub on this release from Kraken. Again, this episode is brought to you ad-free because it is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Mr. John H. Shelton, who you can check out on his YouTube channel. I will have both channels in the description below. John H. Shelton, Godzilla fan, vlogging, and poems. And he also has a second channel, John H. Shelton, Extras and Bits. Thanks for watching.